Hey Shenandoah students, welcome back! Today we're talking about something that affects everybody in everyday life, anytime you're purchasing something. This is about sales tax, tips, and markups, and if it doesn't affect you now, it will in your near future. To save some time, please take a moment to turn off the video and copy this down, and then we will discuss it. Do that now. Alright, so welcome back. I hope you wrote it down. Let's discuss these briefly. Sales tax, I think everyone knows what tax is. It's the additional amount you pay when buying an item. In California, it's 9% right now. Tip is the same word as gratuity. So whenever you go to a restaurant or you get your nails done or you have a cleaning person clean your house, you pay a small amount of money in return for a service, for saying thank you. A markup. So we should be familiar with this is after math market. You purchased your items for a certain price and you had to mark them up in order to make a profit. So it's the amount of money a store increases its items by in order to make a profit. And that's what you're paying that markup. So one other vocab word is the original price plus the markup is the selling price. Whenever you're buying something in a store, that's the selling price. Unless it's on sale, but we'll come to that later. So we're going to do 3 problems together. First one is, let's say you go to the mall and you find a great pair of shoes. They cost $63. But of course you have to pay tax on it as well. So you need to factor that in. The tax is 9%. We want to find out what's your total cost. You're going to see as we set up this problem that it's really similar. It's really the same thing we've been doing for a little while. In other words, we're asking ourselves, what is 9% of $63? Oh, sorry for the mess. What is 9% of $63? There are multiple ways that you could set this up. Here's one way. Change the 9% to a decimal. 0.09 of means times 63 and simply multiply. Make sure you have 2 numbers behind the decimal point. So our tax is $5.67. This is not our answer. This is just how much we're paying in tax. To find the total cost, we need to take our original price, $63, and add the tax to find our total. $68.67. So whenever you purchase something, you need to think about what it's really going to cost you. Add on that tax first. Right, our next problem is similar, but we're going to solve it one of the other ways. So now let's say you go out to dinner after you have your shopping spree. I like Wolf Creek, so let's go to Wolf Creek. You and your friend. You spend $22 on dinner. But you also have to pay, you don't have to pay, but you choose to pay a tip. And the average tip is 15%. So we're going to pay 15% to say thank you to our server. Once again, what we're really asking is, what is 15% of $22? So let's practice what we've done before the other way, the proportion way. As a reminder, it's part over whole equals the percent, which is x over 100. So I'm going to fill in all the numbers. Percent is the number over 100. And this is of the whole 22, so that's my denominator, and I'm trying to find the parts, my numerator. We solve these by cross products. So make your butterfly. It's really good to practice this algebra and make sure we can do all of these steps. 100 times x equals 22 times 15. Simplify. You figure out what 22 times 15 is off to the side. $330. And I'm trying to get x by itself, so I need to get rid of that 100. 100 times x. The opposite of that, or inverse operation, is divide. And whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other. So I've got x by itself. And we should know some mental math that if we divide by 100, that means this decimal point is moving to the left 2 times. 3.3. Now let's go back and go back to the question and see what we're really answering. 15% of 22 is 3.3. Well, we're talking about money, so this is saying our tip is $3.30. That sounds reasonable. Now, total, though, we're going to have to add those together. So our meal was $22. Add the tip, $3.30. And our total is $25.30. You may be asked to find either. You may be asked to ask just the tip, but most of the time you're asked to find the total amount. Here's one other type of problem you're going to be asked in your homework in class, what we're going to practice. So going back to markup. So let's say you have your own business and you're selling phone cases. You purchase them for $5 each, but you need to mark them up to make a profit. So your markup is 75%. Now, of course, in Math Market, that wouldn't have been enough to make 100% profit, but at least it's something. Once again, we're just asking ourselves, what is 75% of $5? I think it's generally faster to change it to a decimal and multiply. At least that's my choice, my preference. You can do it either way, though. Make sure you have two numbers behind your decimal point. And we should be finding that the markup is $3.75. But what you also need to know is what is the actual selling price. So our selling price is the original, $5, plus the markup, $3.75, for a selling price of $8.75. Next time I see you in class, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to be going out to eat, figuring out tax, tip, discounts, a whole bunch of real life stuff. So I hope this prepares you. See you soon. Bye-bye.